The grizzly bear got its name from the settlers who came to the land of North America for the grayish color of its fur. The predator is very similar to the moor. The bear's fur is very similar to that of the brown bear, but it is stronger and heavier than the brown bear. The distinctive features of the woolly beast are its strong jaws and sharp claws, reaching 16 centimeters in length, allowing it to kill its prey quickly during to hunt, but they do not help to climb trees, too much weight of the animal. Despite their musculature and tremendous strength, grizzlies are more clumsy than the average brown bears. Their frontal nasal bones are wider and their hindquarters shorter, so when they walk the animals roll over, rocking their body. The paw of the beast is completely flat, and as it walks, resting on its entire surface, the foot is 35 centimeters long and 18 centimeters wide, not counting the claws. The animals are characterized by small eyes and small ears, which does not prevent it from being able to hear sounds from and can see well even in the darkest hours of the day. The grizzly has a tail, but researchers of the species do not recognize it as a complete tail, considering it a rudiment left over from their ancestors. The average weight of a grizzly is 500 kilograms. If we're talking about adult males, and females are somewhat lighter, up to 350 kilograms. However, scientists have found that individuals of this could weigh as much as a ton. The heaviest living bear lives near Alaska and weighs about 800 kilometers in height. At the withers can be up to 2 meters long and 4 meters long. A powerful blow from such a giant leaves its prey with no chance of escape. It's thought that the largest animals inhabit coastal strips. The males and females are considerably taller in the belt than the inland dwellers. Many centuries ago, grizzly habitat was confined to the plains of the western United States, but over time proximity to human habitation drove the bear north and up into the mountains. Today, many of these bears can be found in Alaska and northern Canada. Today, there are many individuals of this species in Alaska and northern Canada, and in Idaho and Washington state, where national parks where every specimen is counted and the population is tracked with the latest equipment. Grizzly numbers have recently. The number of grizzlies has increased considerably recently. Animals that have been preserved through restrictions on hunters. In order to self-preservation, this species of bear chooses to settle in hard-to-reach places, harsh obstacles, more often forests, rocky cliffs, or gorges, and even ocean shoreline. Most importantly, grizzlies live where food is available in sufficient, especially favored places near mountain streams rich in fish to catch it. A few individuals band together in groups. Mostly grizzlies are solitary and prefer to live far away from each other in mountain crevices or caves, but adults with cubs can also be found. During the mating season, males are capable of to tear each other apart as they fight for a female. The size of a grizzly bear allows him fearlessness and sheer physical strength become a verdict for the enemy. The animal can kill cattle in seconds with a blow from its claw and tear apart the carcass. A bear can also handle a wild bison. Relationship with humans for bears of this species is non-traditional. They very rarely attack humans first and try to hide from the human eye. However, it is not uncommon for armed hunters are often killed by grizzly paws. If an animal is wounded, its aggression increases several, and escape is almost impossible. The speed on land reaches 60 kilometers per hour. Grizzly bears are excellent swimmers and can cope with the strong countercurrents of rivers. The greatest danger is carried by the animal during the meal. There have been known incidents tourists brought the bear's treats, calmly approached a person. However, interference in the process of eating prey was not tolerated. It is believed that the best way to escape a grizzly, or any other kind of bear for humans, is to an imitation of a dead man's pose. They should curl up with their legs tucked in, and their head covered, and cover your head with your hands. The most active period of a grizzly's life is the fish spawning period, when the animal is full to the brim, storing subcutaneous fat. As fall begins, the bear begins to look for a comfortable place for hibernation, which begins after the first snowfall. Typically, winter dwellings are located between the roots of trees, under fallen trunks, or in caves. However, the animal may also hibernate in anthills that have been dug up previously, shoveling it with moss, spruce needles, and dry grass. It's noteworthy that males arrange a more primitive bedding than females, especially if this pregnant. Their dwelling place is usually warm and spacious. A grizzly's hibernation doesn't sound like a sound sleep. The animal is sensitive to changes in weather conditions. Come out of hiding in search of food. Frosty winters may keep the bear in the den until warm spring days arrive. Scientists have calculated that grizzlies spend up to half of their lifespan. Despite the bear's reputation as an aggressive predator, grizzlies are omnivores and prefer plant foods. The animal's favorite delicacies. The animal's favorite treats are wild berries, nuts, and sweet roots. Plants make up to 3 of a grizzly's diet during the lean year. The animals fearlessly raid fields of and leguminous crops, eating up a huge part of the crop. The protein diet is bird and reptile eggs, and newly hatched chicks and reptiles. Chicks and reptiles. And the killer is not shy about insects, but he can eat up to 40,000 butterflies or moths. Small animals are also prey. Grizzly marmots, lemmings, or mice voles make up its dietary interest. Large elk prey or wild bulls are caught much less frequently. Coastal bear areas. Sea lions and seals are caught. Bears can also be found at landfills where there is food. This applies not only to garbage and trash left by tourists, but also to bins near human settlements. Mostly the waste is prey to sick and old animals, but even the weakest animal will not eat after other animals like bears or predators of other species. If there's a river near a grizzly's habitat, the animals fish their favorite species, salmon and trout, and the bear is able to catch them on the fly with their teeth or claws and swallow them immediately. If there are several bears live in the same place, they share fishing grounds, and they don't trespass. For honey, bears uproot mature trees where the hives are located, then destroy the bees' dwelling and extract the sweet delicacy. Grizzly bear cubs, due to their light weight and physical strength, are able to climb high up the trunk to extract honey from insects' nests without harming the tree. To replenish fat reserves for the winter, the adult male requires daily to consume up to 20,000 calories daily. The phenomenon of an exacerbated sense of hunger in order to accumulate fat to keep bears warm in the cold is called polygraphy.